billion euros spent by these tourists every year. 300,000 companies, 1 million employees, 7.4% of GDP. So very strong tourist industry, a very strong source of revenue for the country. On the other side, we're a very strong nuclear country, and I think we had several presentations on that this morning. So 78% of our energy comes from nuclear. It's of number 3 industrial sector, behind aeronautics and aerospace and automotive. 2,500 companies, 220,000 people employed. Okay, so if we go into more detail, this is what it looks like. So you can see that the 58 PWR units are spread around the countries on 19 sites, so pretty evenly. It's about the same for tourist destinations. The darker the blue on the right chart, the more tourists are going to. So you see they're going mostly on the coast, of course, to benefit from the beaches, right? So they're pretty much all over around the nuclear sites. So if we take 2 examples, the first one is the Manche, so it's the northwest in the English Channel. This is a very heavy nuclear department. You can see there is the EDF Flamanville site with 2 PWR units and a third one being built. There is the Areva-Lahac treatment plant for all used fuel. There is Andra, which is a low-activity waste storage site. Plus, there is also a plan to build nuclear submarine. So, in this department alone, you have 1,200,000 people employed in nuclear. At the same time, this is a very strong tourist destination. You have 2 UNESCO World Heritage sites, including Mont Saint-Michel, but you can see you have lots of green trails, coastal lines. The tourism is a number 3 source of revenue in this department. And same, more than 1 million overnight stays, 6,000 people employed, 8,000 during the summer. So Manche, if you see, this is more another part of Normandy, near the Paluel Plain. What I wanted to see on this slide is that actually the tourist sites are very close to the nuclear sites. The beaches you see, I mean the harbor, the cliffs are less than 10 kilometers away from the nuclear site. And once again, you have a lot of employees on the nuclear site, 1,800, but you also have about the same population employed in tourism in this same area. I have a third example, which is more an agricultural example. So you know that France is the number 1 country in the EU for agriculture. It's the 9th producer of agricultural product in the world, and is the number 1 worldwide wine producer. What I wanted to show you on this chart is actually the wine regions are actually also very heavy in nuclear plants. So you see the Bordeaux, where you have the Blayais nuclear plant, the Loire Valley, the Rhône Valley with Châteauneuf-du-Pape, and also the Alsace with the Fessenheim plant. So no impact neither on the reputation of our wines for exports, because we export about 1/3 of our wines. So before I move to climate, which is a subject I love, and it's my conclusion, I asked myself, why can you have people going to beaches next, not very far from a nuclear plant? I actually believe, and it's another whole presentation, that the impact of a nuclear plant on the environment is very mild. It doesn't produce CO2, it doesn't produce any air pollutant, whether it's SOx, NOx, or particles, so the air is very clean. The water is extremely clean. So it's not surprising that you have beaches not very far from the nuclear plant, because the environment around the nuclear plant is actually very clean. And same when you see the vineyards next to the nuclear plant. So, just to make it short, you know that nuclear doesn't produce CO2, and and we've been launching this initiative that will still go on, and I'm really proud to talk about it and to finish on it as my last slide, because both NMD has been a partner, SFEN, WNA, and also for Atom. So for associations here, we join together our forces, together with 148 nuclear associations around the world, to push this during COP21, and we'll also be present at COP22 in Morocco. Thank you very much.